So in this segment, we're going to be talking about Šefčovič's proposal. Is this from the 15th of June? So I'm late covering this, but I haven't actually seen anyone else cover it, which is weird. But, they're going to turn, all the pages of, certificates and paperwork that are needed. It's a 3-page certificate for GB lorries entering Northern Ireland. Slightly disingenuous in a sense because it's more than 3 pages for certain things. But, physically showing how much paperwork would be needed is a good idea. So goods entering Northern Ireland from Great Britain would have to complete a 3-page certificate under EU plans to simplify post-Brexit trading arrangements. Chilled meat consignments would need a separate 3-page document. So you're talking 6 pages, which is a lot less than what Conor Burns was holding on Channel 4, so I can tell you that for free. The government said the proposals would lead to more checks and controls, making the situation worse. I mean, that sounds like a load of rubbish, to be honest. Why would the EU can't call for more checks because they're physically, the border posts are physically unable to do it? It wouldn't make any sense. A spokesperson for the Prime Minister said the EU's proposed approach, that which doesn't differ from what they have said previously, would increase the burdens on businesses and citizens and take us backwards from where we are now. I mean, that doesn't make any sense. I mean, I guess it would end the unilateral actions that Lord Frost took, which the EU, paused legal action on, but then unpaused it. But, I can't imagine a world where the EU are like, actually, there's going to be more checks now, and it's going to be worse than it is now. It wouldn't make any sense. The UK plans to scrap parts of the protocol would lead to a mountain of paperwork for firms, the EU Commission claimed, which is true for, companies if a hard border does go up in Northern Ireland. Sorry, the island of Ireland. Companies trying to export from Northern Ireland to the Republic of Ireland would face an absolute mountain of paperwork. And let's not forget the EU can increase the checks and other things that the UK does when it exports goods to the EU. The protocol is the part of Brexit which keeps Northern Ireland in the EU single market for goods. It prevents a hard border with the Republic of Ireland, which is important. That's why the Good Friday Agreement exists. At the heart of the plan was the idea of an express lane. Again, we've talked about the difference between Frost's plans and the Commission's plans. Sorry, not Frost, Truss's plans and the Commission's plans around a green lane versus an express lane to allow for a reduction in the level of paperwork and checks on goods coming into and remaining in Northern Ireland. So they're going to reduce the paperwork and the checks, and yet the government are claiming that the EU are going to increase the checks. There's a disconnect here somewhere. London said they did not address the core problems presented by the protocol and would require more checks, but then the EU are saying it would require less checks. Again, who's telling the truth here? My money's on the Commission. But I think the Commission needs to spell out, how much will it reduce checks by compared to the current number. Controls and under the current grace period regime and result in so the UK is speaking specifically about the grace periods, which should have ended by now, really, and result in the disappearance from Northern Ireland supermarket shelves of certain products. I mean, okay, I guess. Maybe I doubt it will happen. It's only 6 pages they're asking for. I get, it's not just only 6 pages. It comes with significant cost, vet checks, etc. But that's where you can get things like a trusted trader scheme going, amongst other things. Another part of its proposal was the dual regulatory regime, which we spoke about ad nauseum. This is a bad idea. This will kill the protocol in itself. The EU has been clear that these proposals aren't substantively new, but more of a fleshing out exercise, physically showing what they have, which is really important. If we go, that includes setting out a 21 pieces of customs information, which would be required as part of the super reduced data set on agri-food. They spell out the new trusted trader scheme would not apply to just supermarkets, but a wide range of businesses across retail and hospitality. So again, they're bringing back the trusted trader scheme that the UK effectively destroyed. Again, these are great things here. However, there remains a very large gap between what the EU is proposing and the UK's ultra light touch approach. The UK doesn't have an ultra light touch approach though. It has a no touch approach, because unless the goods are directly going to the Republic of Ireland, they have to face checks. What if you just say, oh yeah, my goods aren't going to the Republic of Ireland, they're like going to Northern Ireland, bro, and you just move them along. That's the problem. At a press conference initiating his legal action, Šefčovič, the European Commission's Vice President, said the UK plan would bury businesses under a monstrous amount of paperwork, which again is true. The Commission published 2 papers, one on customs, a second on plant and agri-food related issues, giving more details on its proposals from October. On customs, the EU is proposing a potentially expanded trusted trader scheme to include firms in GB bringing goods into Northern Ireland, the use of a single form with 21 data fields without the need for further declaration, so a far more simplified set of forms as well. The use of single monthly form setting out customs transactions, that one you'd have to ask an expert about. On sanitary and phytosanitary issues, the controls to protect animal, plant, or public health the EU is proposing. These are the best bits from here. A single 3-page document for a lorry load of mixed goods. Mixed goods are the ones that face the most scrutiny. They face the most paperwork. Bound for Northern Ireland retailers from GB. The certificate would show goods comply with EU SPS requirements. I mean, again, a single 3-page document, pretty good. For consignments of chilled meats such as sausages, a separate 3-page document would be required, so 6 pages. Ingredients for the goods would have to originate from GB or been brought into GB from the EU, so rules of origins, fine. Consignments would have to have a label which states products for sale in Northern Ireland and the United Kingdom only. That adds a lot of cost to British businesses, but it's far easier than going through all of the checks and customs paperwork. Documentary checks would be compulsory, but could be carried out electronically, so the checking of documents could be done electronically rather than having hard copies. That's good. Identity and physical checks would be cut by more than 80% compared to the mandatory checks on the same goods entering the EU. So effectively, the goods going from GB to NI would face 80% less checks than goods going from GB to France, for example. That's the way I've read that. EU representatives must be given access to UK IT systems. The UK were meant to do that as part of the protocol, still haven't done it. This is where I think Šefčovič is a bit of a comedian, because he said the EU proposals were oven ready, hilarious, and would only would offer stability and legal clarity to firms. The UK said EU's proposal will result in further burdens, blah blah blah, it's a load of rubbish. On customs it said paperwork would still be burdensome, but yes, it'd be far less than what they have to do now, with only limited access to a trusted trader scheme. They've expanded out their original trusted trader scheme though. It won't be just supermarkets, it'll be a range of traders. And if the trusted trader scheme works, you can expand it out to other businesses. So the government's point there is stupid. No facilitations of parcels, meaning post and parcel movements, would face customs declarations and tariffs. I mean, surely that's something you can try and negotiate for then. Why don't you try and go back to the EU and say, look, I like a lot of these proposals, I don't like this one, can we do something about it? On SPS it said the claim that a supermarket lorry would only need 3 pages of paperwork does not hold up, as they would need to provide customs and safety security declarations. Again, that one's a bit of a tough one, that's hard to verify because the EU are trying to claim it's 3 pages, I'm certain it's 6 pages, but if there's more paperwork needed, it's a bit disingenuous in my opinion. Movement of certain plants would remain prohibited, so things like seed potatoes, but again, those are privileges that exist only for the single market. And other goods would need specific certificates such as chilled meat and sausages, we spoke about that already. Many operators are excluded, such as food processors and goods not of UK or EU origin. Why would the EU give us an agreement on goods not made or sourced in the UK or the EU? Makes no sense. And those are the products from third countries that would face more checks because they might not be up to UK standards. The proposals also do not address the movement of pets, which the EU have made some concessions around the movement of pets. But then again, surely, again, those are two things the UK... Sorry, I'm zooming around here. People get annoyed about that. With the pets thing and the parcels thing, surely that's something you can go back to the negotiating table and discuss with the EU. I mean, it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, to just say, oh, your proposal sucks, so we're going to take unilateral action. That's why negotiations exist. That's why you talk to people. It's ridiculous from the UK anyways. But, cutting down this amounts of paperwork, it's never going to be zero. But it's a lot less than what they have to go through now, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of businesses in Northern Ireland which will be happier with this proposal or set of proposals. Maybe they're the ones we should ask, the people of Northern Ireland, rather than asking the Tory government, who don't care about Northern Ireland and are the biggest bunch of frauds I've ever seen. But anyways, I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like, comment, share, subscribe, support the channel on Patreon if you can, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one.